Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 6. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I was hoping that we can start today's episode by doing a little bit of an enchantment because I did manage to make a few glowing hell shelves. And with those we can do level 54 enchantments, so they should be really nice. Depth Strider is good, Protection 5 is not the worst. Of course the main thing that I really want to try and get is enchantments for weapons, and I did make one stack of Tomes of Weaponry. Why are you only 12? Yes, Lapis. Sharpness 5 is always good. This one is interesting. What is Ender? Throws an Ender Pearl with your sword, consuming durability, cooldown decreases with level. Knowledge of Ages. That's good. So I'm going to try and do a lot of enchantments over here, let me finish them, then I'll be right back. Actually, we might as well try to make a few Tomes of Archers. I have done a crazy amount of enchantments as you can see, and we have a decent sword. It's not something miraculous because a zombie still takes 2 hits. However, with the previous one, since we had Smite, it only took 1 hit. But in any case, the most important thing about our current sword is that it has Looting 4 and Capturing 2. And the most important thing about having the Capturing enchantment is that whenever we're killing mobs, there is a chance that we will get a spawn egg, and we can use that spawn egg in order to make our own spawner. I'm guessing the bow is not the best, which is perfectly fine by me because all we want to do is to kill the Ender Dragon. That's it. Oh, and by the way, fish burgers are our new source of food. Before finding the stronghold, we need Ender Pearls. And with looting, I'm guessing this is going to be an easy job. Although fire aspect is not helping that much, they keep teleporting away. We are going to go and fight the Ender Dragon today. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a Waystone, everything that we need in order to craft the Flugel Tiara so that we can have creative flight. We're going to take a lot of glass bottles and as many arrows as we have. There is a solid Eye of the Ender from Cyclic, which is a reusable Ender Eye for finding strongholds. We take that, and I think we just use the remaining of our Ender Pearls to make Eyes of the Ender. We should be ready. Oh, and by the way, I did wanted to make a Void Charm, but that requires Endstone. For some reason, this guy is not working. I did waste 8 Ender Pearls in order to make it and it's not working. It's fine, we do it the old-fashioned way. That way. I just hope that it's not under the ocean. Are you? No, or maybe I'm just wrong. We're lucky and it's in a forest. I think it has been 2000 blocks and I still have not found it. Yeah, it's been definitely more than 2000 blocks. Still that way? Okay, I think it's down there. Then obviously we're going to dig down. I'm at bedrock. I have been digging for the past 20 minutes, like crazy. I think I have found it. Yes, and I have finally found the room. Very good. And I'm guessing, see you in heaven. I hate this. I really hate this. Okay, we're good. I am going to put the Waystone first, and I don't care about the name. We just activate you. Actually, I do care about the name because we need to find it later on. We just get some Ender Air. I think I should have everything in order to craft the tiara. Yes. Why can't I wear you? I can only wear you in the Angel Ring slot. But at least fighting the Ender Dragon is far more easier now. This should be the last one? Yes. Are you gonna land one day? Yes, he does. Very good. This should be the final round. Can you please sit? Yes, we have freed the end. You are silver ore. Silent gear. No, I don't like that. Let us go to the End Islands and see what we can find. Why can't I teleport? For a reason that I do not understand, I cannot use the gateway, so we have to fly. The problem is the Flugel Tiara has a limited flight duration. I'm going to hold the Warp Stone in my hand, so if I fall, I just teleport back home. It's 2000 blocks, right? We go. This is incredibly stressful, but I do see islands. So we're looking for something called Unobtainium. How do you find it? The island is massive. How do they expect you to find it? And this stupid silver also isn't helping. I have been mining the End Islands for a while and I think I have gone through like 10,000 blocks, I think. No, it's actually 11,000 blocks and so far not a single ore. This is not the way of finding it. Okay, so here's the deal. There is something called a destruction gadget from Direwolf, and I think it will void everything. Yes, this is Vibranium. Do you also void that? Yes. That's not very good. We do have a quarry in the mining dimension, and if you look closely, it has never provided us with all the modium. So I did make another builder with a void card. And I'm guessing the most logical thing to do is that we're going to try and void at least one of the islands. We select one corner over here, and honestly I have no idea the second corner over here. So we give you power and please start voiding everything. I'll be very happy. Did you start? Yes. There is a lot of this silver ore which is from Silent Gear, but it's not the one that we're looking for. This is silver, we want something which is unobtainable. It goes chunk by chunk, so I'm thinking this could take a while. Do you see that face? That is a face of a genius. Do you know why? It's in front of you. It did mine a huge area and eventually we did manage to find one ore. And basically that's it. But there's another one over there. I think, yes, that is also an Obtainium. We take it. So this is Y level 21 and I think we found both of them on the same Y level. I was going to jump into conclusions, but no. This is Y level 49. So I'm guessing it can be anywhere. I did AFK for a while and I was hoping that we were going to find a little bit more, but no, nothing. Just the original 3, which is going to be enough in order to make the blade, and that's all I wanted for the moment. But eventually we need to find more because in order to make the creative items, we need a few ingots. Wait a minute, I just noticed something. So this is 14.8 attack speed. This is 1.6. There are millions of ways of crafting it, but I think the easiest one is a smithing table. And here is the blade. It's incredibly fast. Can we try it on you? Okay, 1 hit. And a creeper is also 1 hit. A boss creeper is not 1 hit. I think we need to start upgrading our band of mana. So we need a pixie dust, we need a dragonstone, and we need elementium. And I'm assuming we have enough mana in order to craft it. So we first use 1 terra steel, now it's a greater band of mana. And then in a smithing table, we get the greatest band of mana. I left the band in there for a while and it's not even 50%. Wow. So I just noticed something incredibly weird. Let me try and get a sword. I just want to show you the enchantment, so a wooden sword is also okay. If I put it inside our enchantment table, the maximum level of enchantment is 54, right? But if I put the Aldemodium blade inside, the maximum one is 177, and that's smite 10. This one is also looting 7. I'm confused. I did consume most of the experience that we get from the quarry, but so far, we're far away. Why is it raining? I wanted to start expanding our base, get into auto crafting, and I even started making a basement so that we can house our machines, but then I realized we're missing a lot of items. For instance, we don't have any production of wool or string, so essentially making any smart cable from Applied Energistics is a no-go. We're also missing a lot more bits and pieces, and I was thinking maybe we focus on them first and then get into auto crafting. One of those bits and pieces is how that we're going to generate mana, because I need to start planning about making mob farms and I need to know which mobs are we supposed to spawn. For instance, I did notice that there is a generating flora in Mythical Botany, which apparently you give it nether stars and it will give you mana. We have 1 nether star, so let's give it a test. I do have a funny feeling that it's going to give us wither, but it's okay. We will see. That is a lot of mana. Why aren't you consuming it? It's not consuming it and we're getting a stupid amount of mana. So can I pick it up? Oh, it has a durability now. So that is how we're going to generate mana. We need to farm wither skeleton skulls, we need soul sand, and we need a wither farm. I just made a composite lens of potency and velocity and we almost have a mana pool full. I like this. For making a wither farm, we need wither-proof blocks, and that requires wither skeleton essence. And I think our first order of business is to try and get the wither skeleton seeds. This is a soul jar. We did not have enough soulium ore, so I think we should be able to find some in the nether. They were easy to find and I just kept throwing them away, which in hindsight, it was a terrible idea. We found 1. Yeah, I think it's easier just to dig a tunnel because you will run into them eventually. I'm not exactly sure how the new mechanic is going to work, but I'm guessing if we use the soulium dagger on wither skeletons, we will fill in the soul jars. Because in the recent update there are no mob chunks. Can we put some enchantments on you? It's okay, we did have a decent enchantment book, so this is fine. Let me see if our theory works. Oh yeah, it did work. We got 1 wither skeleton soul. So this is going to be relatively easy. It's a 1-to-1 ratio and I just need to kill like 40 of them. We have the soul jars, we have the soulium seed which goes in the center, and we should be able to make the wither skeleton seeds easy peasy, like so. And there you go, it's ready. When I was gathering souls, I had a change of heart. Every time that we want to make a wither farm, we just put him inside the chamber and kill him, because that's the efficient way of doing it, right? In this mod pack, we do not need hundreds of thousands of nether stars, we just need a few thousand and that's it. So I was thinking maybe we do not go with mystical agriculture, or we do not make a wither chamber. Instead, we go with bees. It's going to be a stupid amount of work, but At least it's forestry with actual bees. All of that being said, I'm actually going to start investing in a wither-proof chamber because I need to kill the wither manually before we manage to automate it. Hello. Technically, if I drop you inside here, I haven't killed you, right? If you're wondering what I'm trying to do is that I'm going to try and make a few more botany pots. That's it. I don't think we can make all 10, but let us see how many we can. 8. Okay. That's good enough. We're also not filthy rich, but I did manage to make 3 Insanium farmlands. I just hope that it's going to be super fast. It's not. Actually, for Inferium, it's only 30 seconds. That's it. Until we get a decent supply of Wither Skeleton Essence, we don't have much to do, so I think we should go and start finding some bees. Getting to the withered bee is going to be a very complicated process because we need to find different types of bees, we need to breed them in order to upgrade them into a wither bee. So it's not something that we can finish today. So I was hoping we set ourselves a smaller goal. There is a blazing bee which we needed in order to get the withered bee, and it's a combination of magma bee and a skeleton bee. The blazing bee is not going to spawn naturally, so we need to find the parents first. One of the parents is magma bee, and it does spawn in the world. Good. In the nether. But I think we're going to need a smoker. There you go. And instead of a scoop, we have a scrapper. There used to be a bee over here, but I think he's long dead. So let us try it on this one. Okay, we do get the smoke. Do we get the honeycomb? Yes. In that case, I think we should start looking for bees in the nether. We need a magma bee. These are empty. Why? You are a crystal bee. You're not the bee that I want. You are a leafy bee and you're actually one of the ones that I need. We take you. After a bunch of exploring, I did manage to find the magma bee and the glowing bee in the nether wastelands. I don't know if it's important or not, but that's where I found them. You might also notice that I have gained the hot tourist destinations achievement because I have explored all the nether biomes. So if you want to do bees, you need a lot of exploring. So far, we only found one of the parents for the blazing bee. Now we need to find a spooky bee. And I do have a feeling that they spawn in the overworld because I think I have seen them. Another waystone. Good. RGB. Huh. Oh, it makes different types of dyes. That's not bad. Is that the one we want? That seems to be a spooky bee. Yes. Come on. We have it. We have both of the parents inside the cage. This is a temporary cage and we just want to see if it works. It seems in order to breed them, we're going to need rib bones and molten core. I'm not even sure if I'm reading it correctly, but let us try it. We give 2 to you and 3 to you. Are you breeding? Yes! We have a blazing bee. Why are you burning? Are you burning? So can I breed you again and have 2 of them or no? Oh yeah, I can. Nice. So we do have 2 blazing bees. They will give us access to honeycomb, blaze rods, blaze powder, and honey. So let me try and make a nice cage for them, and I'll be right back. I thought instead of making a cage, I just make a terrarium. But in any case, we need to start making a beehive, and I think the recipe is we have to take one of these and then surround it with grass. Yes. This can hold a maximum of 4 bees and 5 honeycomb. Of course, you can still upgrade them to different tiers, but the highest tier ones are very expensive because there is a bee apiary and that requires a nether star. And this is the recipe for a tier 4 apiary, so we need to work a lot. I have been also checking the flower that we have to use for a blazing bee has to be either a vine or some sort of a fungus or even netherwort. So inside the terrarium, I think they should have plenty. Are you guys happy? Are you burning? Is everything good? They are using the beehive. That's a good sign. Oh, we already got a blazing honeycomb. Nice. I think a difference between a beehive and an apiary, which is a higher tier one, is that you cannot automate a beehive. We are going to need a fair bit of honeycomb in order to make an apiary, so this could take a while. I used to think that getting the wither bee, which is going to give us nether stars, is going to be very time consuming, but apparently it's not. And this is basically something that we can achieve this episode. I have gathered some resources, and I think we're good to go. So a wither bee is a combination of ghost bee and withered bee. The withered bee, which produces wither skeleton skulls, is a combination of spooky bee, which we have, and coal bee. And in order to get the coal bee, we just need blazing bee, which we already made, and leafy bee, which we already found. So the next bee that we're going to breed is going to be the coal one. Here is blazing, and here is the leafy guy. The leaf guy is going to consume flowers, and you are going to need molten cores, 4 of them. Now they should breed. Yes, he's the coal guy. We take you back. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to have the spooky bee and the coal bee, and we're going to breed them together using coal and rib bones. and that is the Withered Bee. We already have the Withered Bee, now we need to work on Ghost, which is a combination of Magma and Beeper. And Beepers are everywhere. It's the guy that we saw on episode 2, he was flying around. So here is our Beeper, and here is our Magma. Let's breed them. And that should give us the Ghost? Yes. We have Ghost, and we have Withered. Now we can get the bee that we want. Come on. Come on. Yes. I think you're the one? We don't have much, but I think we can breed them one more time. I think. Where are you? So in total, we have 2 Wither bees and we should be able to breed them using nether stars. It's not the best recipe in the world, but it's the easiest. These guys are also doing a nice job. The beehive is full. Again, yeah, we have 25 blazing honeycombs. I just noticed that a Wither bee needs a block of nether stars. Aha. That's a flower? So I'm guessing I need to kill the Wither 9 more times, but this time we do have an OP sword, so it should be fine. I hope. Do I have food? I have 7, we have 2 more to go. Oh, I'm dying. Actually, I just noticed that we need nether stars in order to breed them. So maybe I'm going to farm the Wither a few more times. The most grindy part of this mod is not bee breeding, unlike forestry, because we just got a bee which is going to give us nether stars. The grindy part of this mod is the beehives and the apiary. Because, okay, in order to make the tier 1 beehive, it's easy. You just find a hive, surround it with grass, you will get tier 1. Tier 2 is going to require honeycombs and bee wax. It's not that expensive and you will get it from a centrifuge. But for tier 3, you need blocks. And for tier 4, you need honey blocks. But wait a minute, it gets much better. You need 4 tier 4s in order to make a tier 1 apiary. Aha, that's a stupid amount of honeys. We are not going to need the blazing bees anymore. I'm going to remove them. And instead what we're going to do is that we're going to use that terrarium in order to house our wither bees. I also made a centrifuge and it seems it does not work unless you give it some bottles. Yeah, there's a chance that you will get a honey bottle, so we have to wait. Yes, we got 1. So wait a minute, how do you get the bee wax? Oh, you don't get it from blazing honeycombs. Damn. We also have 3 beeper honeycombs, maybe they're going to give us some wax. Are you? No. Yes, it does. Only 1. I just wanted to upgrade our beehive to tier 2, and maybe if we look around we will find some honey? I don't know. You are empty. You're also empty. I did not find any beehives which have honeycombs inside them, but it's okay because the wither honeycomb that we will get very soon is going to give us bee wax anyway. So I'm guessing it's perfectly fine because even though we cannot upgrade it right now, we should be able to very soon. We just release you and I did bring some nether stars. We're going to breed them a bit. Should I use these to breed them one more time? Yeah, why not? Very good. We have 4 of them. Our little friends have been busy. I just checked the hive and we have 5 honeycombs. Good, we don't want to really make them angry, so we just do this. I never explained why would you want to upgrade the beehive or the apiary, but the main reason is it can hold more bees, more honeycombs, and eventually with an apiary you can automate it. Another very important thing that I forgot to mention is that a wither honeycomb has a 1% chance of giving you a nether star, so you should not expect miracles. Although we're going to have a lot more bees, we're going to have automated apiaries, and the chances should be higher. You know, we got into bees, and then I forgot the main reason that we went to the end, defeated the ender dragon, and got the unobtainium. The main reason that we did all of that was to try and get the digital miner. So there you go. Here is our digital miner. Oh, they did change the texture and it looks very weird. It is perfectly fine as long as it works. I'm not complaining. One thing that I'm extremely short of is diamonds. And the other thing that I really want to try and find is ancient debris. And we want you to be on Silk Touch. It took us a very long time to solve the diamond issue. But I'm happy. And you can also find me ancient debris. Very good. I don't know if you can use it as a base for a beacon, but I just love the block. Yes, it does look cool. It's just a pain to mine it. I think now that we have access to a decent supply of diamonds, or at least we have the digital miner to take care of diamonds for us, maybe next episode we can get into auto crafting. It's just that I need a lot of wool and I cannot find that stupid sheep. It's on the map. Oh, you are here. Come. You are going to drop it. No, and of course this is not going to be a fancy setup. I did make an animal rancher, we're going to put it over here, and we just put the sheep in front of it. Will you work? I kind of forgot that he needs grass. Yes, this is much better. I did add a few more sheep and we have a decent supply of wool, which is really good, and I did start working on our basement. We are going to have a column of 64 interfaces going down in the center, and I think I'm going to surround it with CPUs and drives. So basically it's going to look like something like this. Which I don't think it's going to be that bad. Yeah, actually it's not going to look that bad. I'm also going to remove the staircase and instead we are going to use a pneumatic craft elevator because RF Tools no longer has an elevator, so we need to have a compressor next to our auto crafting. The pack has also gone through an update and we have thermal expansion in the pack. So we're going to have one wing for thermal expansion and the other wing for mechanism. Of course I have not updated yet because there is an ore dictionary problem and they're going to fix it in the next update. How many honeycombs do we have? We have 5 more. Very good. I just want to see if we can get our first nether star in this episode. I don't think so. Well, I got wax. Yes! We got it! I had to kill the wither like 30 times in order to get this, but it feels really good. We convert it into mana. Anyway guys, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.